But what up, YouTube? You already know it's Nairo. We out here with a different kind of video. Recently, both Riddles and the Buzz, they are not a part of Team Liquid anymore. But we're going to be talking about Riddles' point of view here. As you can see above, he made a video called Future Plans. Basically, the gist is that due to Smash Ultimate not really being in the most like fresh part of the meta for a lot of players, or a lot of people are kind of getting tired of where the meta is heading or where it currently is. Riddles is a player who plays two games. He plays Smash Ultimate and he plays Street Fighter 6. You can kind of guess where this is kind of going at this point. Street Fighter 6 is currently like the big game, the big fighting game of like any game right now, or any fighting game. Riddles, instead of focusing on Street Fighter and not focusing on Smash, he was focusing on both at the same time, and it came at the cost of, you know, him having a little bit of a shakier time in Ultimate, but also he's improving in Street Fighter 6. Both now, he is going to focus on Street Fighter 6 solely, starting after Kagaribi, which is coming up really soon, like 2 or 3 weeks from now. But Kagaribi is going to be one of the biggest, or the biggest Ultimate tournament of all time. So he's trying to go out with a bang. I actually only watched a little bit of this, so I want to, you know, watch it with you guys and then proceed to watch some of his like hypest moments / like big wins throughout Ultimate.
As of right now, I am not on Team Liquid anymore for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This video is kind of weird because I literally just turned on OBS, and I just because I feel like I really just want to talk about my feelings, just unscripted, just real. Right?
You should have a Buster Sword in the back instead of whatever the fuck Lego that is. We won't watch all of this because, like, as he said, like, he's just gonna talk and stuff.
Thank you very much to Liquid for giving me these opportunities to travel the world and be the best version that I could really be with Smash Ultimate. Like, I really do appreciate that. I accomplished so much. It really felt like a family.
Also, just to give some like little extra lore, I was a member, part of Team Liquid back then. I was their first Smash 4 player. I don't know if he's like working with the same people and stuff. I'd imagine some of the people were there. Like HBox was already part of Liquid when I joined Liquid for like the year and a half or so. But I don't know if the management and stuff has changed. That was like so long ago at this point. It was like a decade. Yeah, there's a little tidbit there.
Yeah, no, I have nothing but great things to say about them. Liquid was really just awesome. In terms of my future with Smash, and as well, of course, Street Fighter right now, right? You guys have probably been seeing a lot of Street Fighter content. It's not like I don't want to quit Smash content. I love Smash Bros. So much. I love SSBU. Like, deep down in my heart, it's probably my favorite game of all time. I'm not even joking. Like, you guys think I'm joking, but I'm not joking. On fucking everything, I'm not joking. But right now, it's just like, I don't really have motivation. Because, I mean, the game right now is just, well, you guys know what the meta looks like.
That shit trash!
The fact that the Switch 2 Direct happened, there was no Smash announcement. And Sakurai is working on fucking Kirby. I know some people are happy about that. And you know what? If you're happy about that, good for you.
Yeah,
but...
that was mad. Yo. I understand, but it was just the way he said that. He's working on fucking Kirby. But we on that day one though.
We're probably not gonna go another maybe what 2-3 years without another Smash game. I'd imagine, like, if I had to guess. How old is it? Is it like, it's like 7 years old now?
Holy Pepe old.
My motivation for the game is very low. I don't really feel like I have anything to prove for the game. So I mean, I've been thinking about it.
He's hit a lot. He's won super majors.
Expo and Kagaribi will probably be my last Ultimate tournaments, especially now that I'm unsponsored. If a new Smash game comes out, obviously I'm fucking gonna go hard in it. Obviously, I'm gonna be the best, you know, just all that shit.
I'll pause. I don't want to like talk over him and stuff while he's talking. Obviously, from what he said, he likes Ultimate, just like a lot of people who still play in tournaments and stuff do. But there are a lot of events in Ultimate, and having a team obviously drastically helps that. Obviously, not being part of Liquid, that's going to be very difficult to be able to go all over the place and stuff like that. But also, not even that, just motivation as well is pretty low. You know, some people might even like compare, like, they're like, oh, there's people who play Melee for like 15 years and their motivation is still up there and stuff. I mean, sometimes everyone has different motivations. Some people play the game because they love the game, like they don't give a fuck, or like it's like a hobby and stuff. But some people, they take it past a hobby and stuff. And Riddles is still very early on in his career and stuff, you know. Street Fighter 6 is still booming. So making the decision, and also he enjoys the game. He got Terry in that shit too. And so it's just like, you know, a lot of things are good on his end over there on Street Fighter 6, and he knows he still has like a whole bunch of steps to improve. He's already won like 1 or 2 super majors in Ultimate and stuff. He's hit like top 10. I think it was like peak was like 6 or 7 or something like that one of the seasons. He's beat just about everybody he's faced except for like, I don't even know. I would have to pull up like some stats and shit to see. But yeah, he loves the game, but he doesn't love like where the meta is and stuff. Obviously some people are going to be like, oh, but your character, you play Kazuya, bro, that's also a toxic character. Of course, Kazuya is fucking corny, but even if a Sonic player says the meta sucks, you know, they can say the meta sucks and stuff too. Sometimes you have to play against characters that force you to play a certain way, and it's just tiring or exhausting.
But as of right now, as it looks like, Smash is just, it looks kind of like it almost feels like a dead end to me. Maybe I still will create Smash content, but in terms of competing, I don't know. I've been going really, really hard in Street Fighter 6. Especially with Terry coming out. I'm still working hard every day to become the best Terry, and I'm getting pretty fucking close. But even just more than that, like I have much more like dreams and aspirations in terms of competing for that game. I want to qualify for EWC. I want to qualify for Capcom Cup. I want to be the best version that I can be. And hopefully, if any teams are watching this and sees,
you can tell the difference between the two. You see, like in Smash, it was like I kind of already did, you know, won a big thing here and stuff, got some wins. But Street Fighter, he listed goals, accolades that he wants.
I might play more variety too.
Gotta be a variety streamer like Mr. MK. If you want to get 24th place in Mario Kart World in my lobby, Riddles, and you see this, you're welcome to join, bro. We do need somebody at 24th. Hold on. Sorry, Riddle. Sorry. What a jerk. How am I a jerk if I'm inviting him to be in my lobby? Do you know the accolades you need to be in my lobby? You need multiple super majors. So you know what that means? Light, you're uninvited.
I'm probably not going to be competing in Ultimate for a while after Kagaribi.
But what if he goes 0-2 over there? You think he gonna stop? I don't know what the next big thing is after that shit, but as soon as that 0-2 happen, you know, like when people sign up and they make a tweet about it and shit, I just register for it. It's gonna be there. I'm gonna let you know. You're not going out 0-2. All right, you gotta get a clean ass first place, Riddles, or a knife. It'll hurt at the point at the moment, but that's still a good ass fight. What do you mean, bro? What the fuck? He not going out 0-2. Riddles was one of the best players to go to Japan from NA in recent time. He held it down over there. He took sets off Mia. He got like second. He got like 4th or some shit at Kagaribi, or like 5th, somewhere around there. He was consistent. I have full confidence he'll do fine over there.
I'm sorry this video was like just me like endlessly yapping.
It's your channel, bro. Everyone has to yap.
If any teams want to hit me up, you can email me, michael.kimr576@gmail.com. You can message me on Twitter, anything like that. And yeah, I think I'll call it here. I'll see you guys next one. Hope you guys have a damn good one. Peace.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? I didn't even mean to speed it up, but whoops, my bad. What the fuck? I really do hope Riddles finds another team. He definitely has a lot of potential to cook in Street Fighter, as he's already shown. I think even at Battle of BC, he did really well there too. I think he got like 3rd or 2nd place or something like that. I can't remember like specific results and stuff for Street Fighter 6 as a whole and stuff, but he is a very, very solid player. So I'm very interested to see him like put everything into the game now and see where he can really go, because he was very likely in that mode where he's like, you know, I'm still good at Smash, so let me just keep playing it, and it's like my main game and stuff, but I'm not having much fun, and then the results aren't being too well, so it makes him feel like maybe he wants to keep playing to like get out of that like slump. But at the same time, the slump is happening because he's playing Street Fighter 6, so it's like a whole bunch, it's like a big ass cycle of events. Sakurai is obviously working on Kirby Air Ride. Well, let's humor a hypothetical Smash 6 or some shit Smash related. The only way there will be something as like close as like next year is probably like a upgrade to Ultimate. But if it's an entirely new game and he's working on Kirby Air Ride still right now around this time period, it's gonna be a few years before we get anything substantial or like an actual game. Regardless, Ultimate is gonna be here until that next game or the upgrade and stuff happens. You know, if he decides to go to a big tournament like 7 months from now after Kagaribi, it'll be there. You know, it's not gonna be hard to find a tournament to go to for like, you know, like if he wants to get that Smash like competitive like itch and stuff. And obviously Street Fighter 6 will continue to just be Street Fighter 6, you know, holding it down. Has like 7,000 entrants in Evo Japan, and my chat said one of the people, or he is one of the people there. So hopefully he has a really great run there. But I'm sure Japan is a bunch of fucking godlike players over there. It's gonna be a really tough tournament. Riddles is going to go from Kagaribi, which is like is actually like the biggest ultimate tournament. Fuck, probably the hardest tournament for Smash probably ever, honestly, if I'm being real. Like, if you win that shit, you're him. It's kind of crazy that he's going to Kagaribi, and then is Evo Japan the week after? Going from the biggest event of one game and then competing in the biggest event of another game, it's like, that's kind of crazy. I want to kind of celebrate what he has done in Smash Ultimate so far by watching like probably like two sets of his that or two of his like biggest wins in Ultimate. You already know, one, if there's always a time to watch Light lose, we will be here. But two, he's actually not the focus of this. He's not the focus of this, but unfortunately, you're gonna have to hold that. The first set I wanted to talk about is Riddles' first big win of Ultimate, his first super major win. As you can see, who his grand finals opponent is none other than that fucking bot.
Closer to the corner, it might have been Curtain's Light. Lucky to get away with his life for that.
Boring, talentless, guaranteed auto combo. I don't mind watching people fight against Kazuya. Like, if somebody gets hit with some Kazuya cheese and shit, I love that. I just don't love it when it's in a 50 win streak or an Iron Man. Nice excuse to hate watch Light. Not a single ounce of hate in my body.
2 stocks each.
I'm
sorry. 0%. Last stock.
Damn.
0%. Such evenly matched players.
Light dropping combos, but it's okay because Fox is Fox. Oh, wait, hold on. The chokester. Okay, Light could have won like 20 scenarios ago. 21 scenarios ago.
Plus the 30% extra damage is going to knock it out of Riddles. Now he's got to get it done the hard way.
And one thing Light is doing, I think, was really smart. Oh, and just as soon as I say it,
that's it. That's it.
No. Are you dead?
That's
no.
it. You're
jab.
You
way.
missed.
Ew. Yeah, you can tell they were playing hella nervous there. I feel like Light, he already has won a big tournament before, so he already been there, done that kind of thing. But Riddles probably was really feeling the pressure there. But I think he was starting to realize that Light kind of was just fumbling kills left and right over there, and he gonna take that shit. Yeah, this was a pretty good tournament for both games. I'm pretty sure Amsa also won like his first big tournament here. So like 2 fan favorites pretty much ended up winning.
Right, this is a character who really does have to delicately work.
You love to see that shit happen.
Oh my god, catching the back.
There was a Smash Con that Mango won Melee and I won Smash 4. Peak. No better ending. Telling you. The post streams on both ends are just lit.
Go down lower for you losing it. Still gonna take that just for the damage. I like that though. Give yourself more of a fighting chance.
Hey yo!
Interesting that Light is still so willing to go.
One thing look at the bit rate going crazy on all these effects. But one thing, Riddles is Kazuya. Obviously, I've had many sessions playing against his Kazuya or playing against Riddles. But like one thing with Riddles, bro, his Kazuya's movement, he moves like Palutena's speed. Palutena's not the fastest character in the game. She's like in the middle or so. But Kazuya moving regularly and stuff, like, or like for him to move at her speed and stuff, you gotta basically never mess up any crouch dash cancels and stuff. He like never messes them shits up. And sometimes he look like he tweaking out. Like right here, look. How is he tweaking like this? Look. Bro is using a macro, but then he messed up. But we don't talk about that. Even though I just said he doesn't mess up. Auto combo. I was gonna say Light is just jumping a lot. Like, yeah, I understand you don't want to get hit by electric versus Kazuya, especially if you're on the ground and shit, but you can whiff punish it. Like, if you literally just like fake out, make it look like you're gonna jump, and like he just throws out an electric and you're on the ground. Oh,
that's it, the first tech, baby.
Got his ass.
Riddles always gets off the ledge aggressively. It seems to work. The tag.
I only went back just to see Light's reaction. He said, "I'm cooked." Right there. Light is thinking of like, man, I can't wait to play Street Fighter 6 myself.
Right, you have so much speed, such great frame data, but you got to be very careful about where you place your kill attempts, because as soon as you
know
what's
see now Kazuya is corny, but I would prefer a set like this. No bias. I mean, I know both people. So I'm sure it will come off as biased, but like even if I didn't know them character-wise, bro, this is what some grand finals were back then, or like these type of like archetype. Kazuya is BS, but if there's one thing, typically, either the Kazuya is getting their ass whooped the entire set, or B, the other person just gets freed up 3-0 in a handshake Kazuya combo video montage. And so what that means is that it's a fast ass set, like a 10-minute 3-0, or even sometimes it can even go like game 5 and it's like a 10-minute set. It's like, damn, bro, you guys are like just killing each other in these matches. Like, that's hype.
Up B when it doesn't work, and that's really
Light's kind of moving. He not really doing much. He not getting any combos right now, but he's just moving. Fast ass character. But you see what I mean, right? How like, my back. And Fox dies. But you see what I mean, right? Where it's like Riddles is able to still match the speed sometimes versus a character like Fox. He knows when to throw out some moves like there and shit like that. Like, that's what set him apart from him and most other Kazis.
Finishing a stock. Still alive at the moment. Gotta land though. Light always making it so difficult. You're at 104.
Wait, is this a 3-1? I don't.
He's north of 140 and still has the rage drive. Oh, but one hit.
What a throw! What a terrible forwarder that was.
Of that win condition, and is that going to cost Riddles this game? This potential
all these
championship
trades
right here. Oh no!
Is that enough?
No way! It is.
Right.
He has and Riddles is your Big House 10 Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Champion.
And Riddles doesn't even look like he knows what just happened.
Yo,
he cannot believe
damn.
It. He is in awe. He's like, there's a
all those trades were like hella good.
Did I really win? Is that really it?
Wow.
That is it.
88% before the hit. Light could and should have lived that. If he had just held left instead of right, he would still be kicking. Potentially could have pushed that to a game 5. Potentially.
Yeah, I remember watching this years ago. Like, you know, I was cool with whoever won and stuff. I was like, damn, it sucks for Light, but I'm really happy that Riddles won.
Thrilled. Those are tears of joy, baby. Can't say the same for Light.
Yo, Max is OD.
Right now on display. You love to see it. Everyone's so
God.
happy for Riddles. You were saying as Riddles won a major, he has now a super major, Big House. Only few people can say.
Someone said, "What the fuck is that kind of reaction?" It's oh look, oh wait, hold on, chat. I have to erase you guys for a second. Hold on. Look. He's doing what I do when I cook in Mario Kart. What was that kind of reaction? You gotta understand, this is the first time he ever won a big tournament, a super major. He was never projected. He was never seed 1 or anything like that. He's gotten close a couple of times, but he ended up winning. So he's kind of like, damn, I just won. Anyways, yeah, it's just the emotion catching up to you. And as you can see, now he's like really happy. He's like, he still can't believe it, bro. That shit ended 2 minutes ago. Look at him. But I'll watch one more. I said I'm gonna watch 2 sets that I feel like defined Riddles, or like 2 of his biggest wins. And I think even though he's gotten sets on Sonix before, I'm gonna save y'all. I understand you guys don't like Sonic the Hedgehog. Don't worry, we don't have to watch the whole set. So let me give y'all the storyline here. So this is kind of like the time period where Spargo was like, you know, kind of shaping up to be #1, but then Akala was just like, LOL, I'm gonna just win everything. But at the same time, this is also like Sonix has come up as well. This is like when the, like, not too long, this is 2023, early 2023. So like a year past like quarantine and stuff, or a little over a year has passed already. And some of these players from the Wi-Fi era are like starting to actually cook people on offline events and stuff. And Sonix, I'm pretty sure, was in a prime position to win based on who was left in the winner's side. He had to fight Riddles, who you're watching right now. And I think the other set was like Sky J and was it Lima? I think it was. Like, it was all matchups that, like, okay, Sonix he's gonna be in Grand's winner side. Spargo can make a run and potentially beat him, but he's in loser side, so he has to actually reach Sonix as opposed to Sonix reaching Spargo. So he was in a really good spot to win here. And then as you can see what's going on in this same set right now, 34% 1 stock or 3 stock, and he's already about to lose his 2nd stock. It was an ass whooping. And if you skip along some of the set, you will see that it didn't get any better. In that game, it did not get any better. You go to this game, it slightly, oh no, never mind. It's not slightly. It was not looking good at all, even in this game. making Kazuya look like the worst fucking character in the game. You know, like it was not looking good this set. This shit was looking like a wash, bro. That always happens when you facing somebody with Dominican blood in their lineage, their heritage. As you can see, the set is clearly now over. There's 23 minutes left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue watching because he actually swaps to the Terry this time. The Kazuya wasn't working here, so he's gonna try Terry, who I believe in the past also didn't really yield much results against Sonix specifically for Riddles. But as you saw with the ass whooping that happened in those other games, he decided to just suck it up and just be like, let me try Terry, because the Kazuya clearly is just not working against Sonix right now.
Yeah, put some respect on the yeah, we gotta say hold for a second because he is actually holding a lead momentarily, and he's got.
I forget if there's triple cast commentary here, but
that was the only
they are yapping
to get him away from getting forward smash there.
There we go. That's gonna be stuck. Yeah,
but yeah, right now you can see that like very different character. Terry, I still feel like to this day Terry is still a bit underrated by many people. Unfortunately, Terry is such a I would say he's relatively uncommon. God damn. Bro died instantly. He's relatively uncommon and nobody has hit even close to the level of Riddles' Terry throughout Ultimate. Like I can't think of another Terry that was like rivaling him even in Japan. I think there are like some other players, but consistency and stuff was definitely all Riddles, like entirely so. Oh, and I'm gonna let you know right now, this character is not okay. No pun intended. This character actually is very frustrating. Even on Wi-Fi, this motherfucker is frustrating. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the real leagues now. Yeah, Terry is definitely a very good character. I just think some people kind of tunnel vision a little too hard with him, or they try to like fish certain combos and stuff. You kind of have to let it happen naturally. That's usually what it comes down to with when you compare like good players and the great players. Is that the great players, they can improvise. If they're trying to get something and they only get a portion of it, they're cool with that, you know? They know how to like kind of continue the momentum from that moment. Some players, they only fish for certain combos from start to finish, and once the other player realizes that, they get farmed. I didn't know he 3-stocked him here. God damn. I just want to say that Sonic definitely fucks up every FGC character. Is this tournament live? No, this shit is from 2 years ago, Chief. It feels like it was recent, but yeah, this is actually, I think, like March of 2023. So yeah, it's over 2 years ago. Isn't this crazy? It feels like this shit happened recently. Yeah, Sonix, if you really want to like break it down in terms of detail, that's another stop. Sonix is kind of playing. We didn't watch those matches, but he's playing very similar to how he was playing against Riddles' Kazuya. So he didn't like adjust in terms of punish game and like with punish range and stuff. So Riddles is getting away with a lot more scenarios to get more damage, as you saw right there. But also on top of that, Riddles is also moving, bro. He is moving around. He's landing parries. He's doing all this shit right now. Sonix is so ass. He has won a major. I feel like a lot of people forget that. He got a lot of second places, but before all those second places, he won port priority. He beat Akala, he beat Spargo, I think, and he beat Mia twice. Oh my god, he wins this? Oh my... Oh my god, holy scramble.
Is he the clutch? Does he have the clutch gene? Does he have the clutch?
Does he have the what gene? Oh wait, he's talking about Riddles. Yeah, we don't know if Riddles has it. Now the last game. The reason why this is one of the 2 sets that we are watching here. Sonix is not even... Okay, he's not playing like peak performance right now, but he's not even playing bad. But you can see like Riddles is taking his sweet ass time. This is why I can't play these characters. You see this shit? Obviously Sonic is way faster than other characters, but like Riddles is dead ass just staying in the center of the stage because he knows he really can't catch him. He has to wait for him to commit and fuck up in order to get a good hit. I can't play these fucking characters like that. But he finally got the hit. Got the 1 down tilt. Hit him with the optimal combo, punish game, and took it.
everything just goes south so fast when Gold Meter is online.
That's a 12, by the way.
Ooh, damage is racking.
Yeah, he went for it. Michael Kim is feeling himself, bro.
That's Michael Him right there, bro.
I forgot when people were saying that.
He's got Gold Meter still. Let you know, are you okay? Sonix is indeed not. Back here will still not do it. Here, even on that Town and City
Oh, you're
side.
dead.
Oh,
you can't miss that. Back air.
Air dodge.
Oh.
Okay, can we talk about that Sonic makes it back here?
Even on that Town and City side.
He jumped, rising back here, up bead, and air dodge. Sonic needs like bottom 10 recovery. I'm gonna be real with you.
Sonix is kind of going crazy here right now.
How did that connect? I paid my $5.99 for that right there.
Hey, I was
Yo,
about to rate sacrifice.
I know Cat Riddles is mashing like fucking crazy right now.
For that right there.
Hold on, look at this shit, bro. Bro got that forward tilt Buster Wolf, and he said, "Let me start working out real quick." Nair down here, Nair down here.
I paid my $5.99.
Oh my god, bro. Sephiroth could press like 2 buttons in that same sequence that Terry could press 7 buttons.
All right, it's that time. It's the best time you can ask for. Last stock. Wow. Game 5, reverse 3-0. The crowd is live. Chat is moving. Everybody's feeling it. And Sonix can make a last-second clutch with an offstage game.
But like one thing we didn't, I didn't really like highlight here is that Sonix was getting 3-star. Oh my god, that's right. I forgot that's how it ended.
That's my guy right here. Pop off. Hey, we set the door.
I forgot that's how that set ended. Sonix was starting to cook.
Exclamation point. Stopping that stage.
Catching the Holy Ghost.
You could not have asked for a better dropped opportunity to show
Where's
up
blood going?
and defeat your bracket team. There you can see
Yeah, bro, imagine Riddles just went back home. He popped off so hard that he walked out of the building, got the Uber, hit up the airport. He said, "I'm out of here, bro. I fucking won the tournament." But he actually did though. I gotta go back to this whole scenario. It was a good scenario from Sonix until the F smash. Like,
Not that air dodge, though. Not that air
Oh my
dodge.
god! Oh my god! Does he get it?
like everything was so good there. And you know what's really crazy is that if Sonix just waited to see what Riddles did, he could have just grabbed him and back throw him. The platform was moving, so he was going to die to a back throw. Look at this shit. Look at where they're at. By the time that the side B or power dunk ends, look at where they're at. Right there, right above Sonic or Sonix's player camp. If he actually back threw him in the middle of the platform moving, he would have killed him at 69%. He was at 69, right? He was at Super Saiyan percent. Oh, he was. And like the thing is, Sonix could have like positioned himself to be at the very end of the ledge or of the platform. And if Riddle's directional air dodge, Sonic is fast enough to run up and grab still and then back throw. I think this set and the other set with Light and Riddles, obviously grand finals of this tournament was SkyJ versus Riddles, and that was a really crazy set. But in terms of like matchup and like what he's going against and shit like that, like this right here was the most important set for Riddles in this tournament to solidify that he was getting a super major, because Kazuya definitely can destroy, or should pretty much destroy, Incineroar. Granted, that didn't really happen. I think it went to set 2 for grand finals, or it went like down to the wire for the first set between SkyJ and Riddles. But you know, he kind of just hit him with a Kazuya combo. I think down smash killed him at like 40% and then won the tournament, or hit him with like a his command grab into normal edge guard and GG. You know, for him to like reversal him and nearly 3-stock, or was on the verge of 3-stocking him game 5, but then ending up not or Sonix making a pretty big comeback just to, you know, obviously lose at the end. Like that was a crazy ass set, bro. I remember watching this shit live. This shit was crazy. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. You know, I just wanted to like highlight some of like Riddles' like legacy, some of his big moments or hypest moments in Smash because of his, you know, recent not being part of Team Liquid anymore. And now after Kagaribi, we're going to see Riddles not really enter any ultimate tournaments, at least according to him. You know, maybe he'll have that itch after Kagaribi. Who knows? It might come back. You know, you never know. But currently, you know, he seems to be pretty set on focusing or putting all of his time and focus and effort on Street Fighter 6. We watched the video earlier. He had goals. He wants to make it a Capcom Cup. He wants to, you know, Evo top 8. You know, he wants to do all this stuff, you know? So he has goals there. A lot of those goals are stuff that he probably had in Smash, but he achieved it. He won Collision. He won Big House. He's got multiple top 8s. He's competed in Japan. He's gotten top 8s over there. He's beaten just about everybody, you know? So in terms of coming up with goals and stuff, there's two things. One, that he's satisfied with the stuff that he's accomplished. And two, he's not really happy or like thrilled with how Ultimate currently is in the current meta. But yeah, I wanted to highlight that. I do want to give shout outs to Riddles. You know, he one of the GOATs. I definitely am rooting for you. And you already know I'm rooting for you in Street Fighter 6, man. I hope you cause some upsets. I hope you take sets off of the legends of Street Fighter and cement yourself as one of the nicest ones in there too. And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing that journey. And of course, YouTube and people in the comments or people watching this in the future, and people, if y'all didn't know, he does have a YouTube channel. So if you do want to show Riddle some support going on to his Street Fighter 6 journey, you can show him some love. His name on YouTube is Riddles MK. Don't get it confused. It's not the same as like NairoMK. The MK for his name or in his name is his actual like initials of his real name. Mine is Mr. Krabs. If you guys like, you know, kind of like highlighting some players, you know, big wins and stuff throughout time. I don't know if this is gonna be like a thing where other players are gonna slowly like take a break from Ultimate / like retire until anything new happens in Smash. But if it happens again, you know, maybe we'll highlight some of their like achievements and stuff like that. It was pretty cool to kind of like revisit some of these moments. Yeah, bye YouTube. Have a good one. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know. Have a good one. Peace.